So in last lecture we discussed the Boolean algebra. Set B is called Boolean algebra. If it satisfies the sixth property, the six properties are the commutative, then associative, then assumption, then distributive, bounded, and complemented. If set satisfies this sixth property, it is called Boolean algebra, or we can say distributive complemented lattice. Distributive complemented lattice algebra atom and anti-atoms. The Boolean algebra we have atoms and anti-atoms. That for atoms and anti-atoms we require the join irreducible and meet irreducible. What is the join irreducible and meet irreducible? Join means we use the ring sum. That ring sum is called join. And meet means star. The star we say as a meet. Okay. So that ring sum we call it join, and meet means we have star. Okay. In our first unit, join means we have or operator, meet means and operator. Okay. Now here, this is a join means you can say that LUB and meet means JLB. Okay, for the Boolean algebra. Now we define the first join irreducible element. The join irreducible element means if we have the here join irreducible element means if we have L star ring sum be a lattice and A belongs to L is called join irreducible element if it can be expressed as a join of any two different elements. It can be expressed as join of any two different elements. Okay, GCD of any two means GLB of any two, sorry, not GLB, LCM of any two elements. Okay, like here, say sorry, we cannot here I have just missing not. It cannot be expressed as a join of any two elements. Like if we take the S12, the S12 comma GCD comma LCM. Okay, this is a lattice. We know that it is a lattice. Now here S12 have the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, then 6 and 12. So here, say 2 is not LCM. We cannot have the any two elements here. Is A and B belongs to S12, where A is not equal to B. Also, A and B are not equal to 2, so that A ring sum B is a 2. Means LCM of two element is a 2. Okay, LCM of 1 and 2 it is a 2, but we are not taking as a 2 here. We require the different element except 2. So 2 is called joint irreducible element. But 6, we know that the LCM of 2 and 3 is a 6. That is a 2 ring sum 3. We got 6. So therefore, 6 is not joint irreducible element. Okay. Similarly, you can check for the 12 also. Okay. The LCM of 3 and 4, it is a 12. The 12 is not joint irreducible element. Okay. The joint irreducible element means if we can not write the element as a LUV of two different elements. We cannot write the element as two LUV of two different elements. Okay. Similar way, you can talk about the uh, intersection and union. In intersection and union, we have the A equal to 1, 2, 3. Then P of A intersection union, it is lattice. Now in this lattice, we have the 1 union 2. It is a 1 comma 2. So that means 1 comma 2 is not a joint irreducible. But singleton 1, it is not a union of any two different elements. Okay. It is not a union of any two different elements. So therefore, it is a joint irreducible element. Okay. Understand? Now, the next we have definition is of atoms. So, A is called atom if it is a joint irreducible, that means it cannot be written as um, LUV of two different elements. Also, A is a cover of zero element. Zero element means GLB of whole set. Okay, GLB of whole set. Then it is called atom of that lattice or Boolean algebra. Okay, we talk about the mostly Boolean algebra, so you can write here Boolean algebra also. Okay, not lattice only. You can write here Boolean algebra also. Now see here from this hash diagram. See, sorry, here I have one mistake that I have write the B just upward, but B is here. Okay, here we have B, and B is connected with this E. Okay, this way we have means here D E, here I element. This is a element. C, here zero element, and here we have B. It is a cover of zero element, and it is join here. Now see, join, if we take the here E, for E, see, we have here two lines are coming. Okay, here two lines are coming. From downside, these two lines are coming. So if we take the B ring sum C, if we take the B ring sum C, then it will be a E. So E is not a joint irreducible element. From the Hess diagram, we say that the element is a joint irreducible if there is only one line coming from downside. Only one line coming from downside. Okay. Here see in a D, there is only one line. In A, here also we have only one line coming from the downside. Here for B, only one line coming from the downside. Here at C, we have only one line from the downside. So that means these four elements A, B, C, and D, these are joint irreducible elements. Okay. And from this four, the A, the zero element is connected to A, B, and C of zero element. Okay. So therefore, A, B, C are called atoms of this lattice or this Boolean algebra. Okay. Because they are joint irreducible and they are cover of zero element. Now we take same thing for here for S30. In our last lecture, we already proved that the S30 is a Boolean algebra. Okay, we have proved that S30 is a Boolean algebra. So what is the S30? Have the elements 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, then 10, 15, and 30. If we find the covers, then the cover of one are 2, 3, and 5. Cover of twos, cover of 2 are 2 divides 6, so 6, 2 divides 10, so 10 also. Okay. Then cover of 3, 3 divides 6, 3 divides 15, then 5, cover of 5, it is a 10 and 15, then cover of 6, what is the cover of 6? 6 divides the 30, so cover of 6 is a 30 only, then cover of 10, it is also 30, cover of 15, it is also 30, and the last 30 does not have cover because it is a maximal element, that is a I element. So in hash diagram, here we write 1, then 1 has a cover 2, 3, and 5. Then 2 has a cover, 2 has cover 6 and 10. So 6 and 10, and 3 has cover 6 and 6 and 6 and 15. Okay, and the 30 is the highest element, so here 30. Now 1 is connected with 2, 3, and 5. Then 2 is connected with 6 and 10. 3 is connected with 6 and 15. 5 connected with 10 and 15. And all these 3 connected with 30. So this is a hash diagram of S30. Now see here, at 2 we have the only single line. Okay, at 2 here at 2 we have a single line coming from the downward side. At 3 the single line is coming. At 5 single line is coming. So here 2, 3, 5 are irreducible elements. Here 2, 3, 5 are irreducible join irreducible elements. Okay, so here 2, 3, and 5 are joint irreducible elements. Say here at 6, the two lines are coming. At 10, two lines are coming. At 15, two lines are coming. So these are not a joint irreducible elements. Okay. Also, you can verify from the set also that there does not exist any two element such that the LCM is a 2 or 3 or 5. Okay, except the LCM of 1 and 2, we get 2. LCM of 1 and 3, we get 3. LCM of 1 and 5, we get 5. Except this, there is no two different elements are exist such that LCM is a 2, 3, or 5. Say for 2 and 3, LCM is a 6. So 6 is not joint irreducible. LCM of 2 and 5, 10. So it is not a joint irreducible. 3 and 5, LCM of 3 and 5 is a 15. So it is not a joint irreducible. So in a hash diagram, if only one line coming from the downside, then that element is called joint irreducible. Okay, in hash diagram, if we have only one line coming from the downside, then it is called joint irreducible. And if they are the cover of zero element, then they are called atoms. If they are cover of zero element, then they are called atoms. So here 2, 3, and 5 are called atoms. Okay. So here 2, 3, 5 are called atoms. Okay. If you want to take a screenshot of this, then you can take the screenshot. Now we discuss the one more example to clear this joint irreducible and atom. हो गया स्क्रीनशॉट ले लिया Atom means a joint irreducible elements which are cover of zero element. Zero element means minimal GLB of the lattice. Zero element. Okay, we discussed the one more example. Okay. Draw the S24, D. Draw the hash diagram of S24, D. जिसका ड्रॉ हो जाए वो मुझे चैट बॉक्स में डन लिख के दो. Yes, Nilesh. 2, 3 and 5 are atoms. जिसका भी S24 ड्रॉ हो जाए वो चैट बॉक्स में लिखो डन. S24 आपको ड्रॉ करना है. हैश डायग्राम. हो गया हैश डायग्राम. Okay. So here we have the hash diagram is here 1, then the cover of ones are 2, and 3, then cover of 2 are 4, 6, and cover of 3 are 6 and 9. Sorry, not 9. 4, 6, and 8, 12. No, just 4 and 6 here. Cover of 2 is a 4. Cover of 6, 3 is a 6 only. And 4 has a cover 8 and 12. And 6 has a cover 12. And here we have 24. Okay. So 1 is connected with 2 and 3. 2 connected with 4 and 6. Then 4 connected with 8 and 12. 6 is connected with here 12, and 8 are connected with this. Okay. So we got this type of the hash diagram of S24. Okay. Now here, see, here at 2 we have only one line coming from downside. At 3 we have only one line coming from downside. At 4 we have only one line coming from downside. Here at 6 we have two lines. Then for 8 we have only one line which is coming from downside. But for 12 there is a two lines coming from downside. So here join irreducible elements are join irreducible elements are two, three, 4, and 8. These four elements are join irreducible. Here, and which are the atoms? Which are the atoms from these four? Atoms are 2 and 1 is a 2 and 3. So 2 and 3 are atoms of 2 and 3 are atoms of S24. Okay. So join irreducible means if we draw the hash diagram, then from in a hash diagram, the elements which are the where in elements where the only one line coming from the downside, it is called join irreducible. Or without the hash diagram, you can say that element is called join irreducible if it is not a that does not exist two different element such that the LUB of that two element is a this element. Okay, A is called join irreducible if there does not exist two different element A1 and A2 such that the LUB of A1 A2 is a A. Okay, so we have this is a join irreducible. Now we have the next mid irreducible element. So here we have the differences are only in a joint irreducible element means we have the there does not exist two different elements such that the LUB of that two element is a A. Here we have there does not exist two different element such that the GLB of that two element are is a A. Okay, that means in a hash diagram here we have the line coming from upside is only one. If it is more than one, then it is not mid irreducible. So for mid irreducible, we have the lines coming from line coming from upside. It is only one. Okay, either 0 or 1. Then that element is called not 0, sorry, only 1. Then that element is called mid irreducible element. Okay, okay. Let us check here. Then using the mid irreducible element, we define the anti-atoms. Anti-atom means element is a mid reducible and the cover of that element is a I element. Cover of that element is a I element. atom means element is a joint irreducible and it is a cover of zero element. Here we have element is a meet irreducible and the cover of that element is a I element. Okay. So for this hash diagram, which are the joint, which are the meet irreducible, where you have only one line coming from upside, which are meet irreducible here. So here at A only one line coming from the upside, at B only one line coming from upside, at C only one line coming from upside, for D only one line coming from upside, from E also only one line coming from upside. So here mid irreducible elements are A, B, C, D and E. And which are the anti-atoms? So from these all elements, the D has a cover I and E has cover I. So therefore, D and E are anti-atoms. Okay? Therefore, D and E are anti-atoms. We check for the, again, draw the S diagram of S30. We have the S30 is a 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, 30. So here we have 2, 3, 2 join with this 2. So here, which are the mid irreducible? In which elements we have only one line coming from upside? Which are the mid irreducible elements? Just 6 and 15. What about 10? So here, the mid irreducible elements are 6, 10 and 15. And all these three elements have a cover 30. So anti-atom is a all three 6, 10 and 15. Okay. We have taken the S diagram of 24 also. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 8 and then here 12 and 24. So here we have this. Then here 2 is with 6, 4 is a Y. So this is a S diagram of S24. Now, which are the meet irreducible in this? For which element the only one line coming from upside? So here at 3, only one line coming. At 6 also, only one line coming. Okay. For the 4 and 2, here two lines are coming from upside. Here again two lines are coming from upside. For a 12, only one line is coming from upside. 8 also, only one line is coming up from upside. So, meet irreducible elements are 3, 6, 8, and 12. And which are the anti-atoms from these four elements? So, which elements have a cover? Which elements have cover? 24. It is a 8 and 12. So 8 and 12 are anti-atoms. Okay. So for join irreducible, we check in a hash diagram only one line coming from the downside. For meet irreducible element, we check that only one line coming from upside. Without hash diagram, the join irreducible means there does not exist any two different elements such that LUB of that two element is a A. Okay, and meet irreducible, then there does not exist two different element in a set such that the GLB of that two element is a A. Okay, atoms meet reducible, join reducible element which is the cover of zero element. Antiatom meet irreducible element which has cover I element. Okay, which has cover I element. Okay, स्क्रीनशॉट लेना है तो ले लो, मैं इरेज कर रहा हूँ. Now we have to check atoms, anti-atoms of these all. So we already checked about the S30. S30 have join irreducibles are 2, 3, and 5. Atoms 2, 3, and 5. Meet irreducible are 6, 10, and 15. Anti-atoms are 6, 10, and 15. Okay. Now, similarly, find out the join irreducible atoms and anti-atoms of S1001, D. First, draw the hash diagram of S1001 and then find out these all four elements and write in a chat box answer. You have to write the answer in a chat box. Second sum, Nilesh. S1001. Here you have to first draw the hash diagram. So you got the answers: meet irreducible, join irreducible, atoms and anti-atoms. Join irreducible means only one line coming from the downside. Meet irreducible means only one line coming from upside. Atom means join irreducible and cover of zero element. Anti-atom means meet irreducible and has cover I element. Okay. लास्ट लेक्चर में ये डिस्कस किया था 1001. It is a Boolean algebra. Elements are 1, 7, 11, 13, 77, 91, 143, and 1001. So, first draw the hash diagram and write the join irreducible, meet irreducible, and atoms and anti-atoms. This is similar as S30. The S diagram you got similar as S30. क्यों इतनी देर हो रही है? Yes, good. So here you have the here 1, 7, 11, 13, 77, 91, 143, 1001. So this, this, this. It is similar as 30. So here only one line coming from downside. It is a 7, 11 and 13. Okay. At 77 we have two lines are coming from downside at 91 also and 143 also. So we have the joint irreducible elements. Joint irreducible elements are 7, 11 and 13 and they are the covers of 1. So atom are also 7, 11 and 13. The meat reducible elements are, so here only one line coming from the upside, that elements are 77, 91 and 143. So here you have to make again Hess diagram of S70. These are the elements of S70. S70 have elements 1, 2, 5, 7, 10, 14, 35, 20. Yes, 70 तो सेम हो जाएगा, ज़्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं आएगा. यस, S70 भी सेम होगा जैसे S30 है. जो इरिड्यूसिबल ज़्यादा हो, एटम्स कम हो, ऐसा चाहिए ना. कौन सा ले? ओके, just check the S90, D. Check joint irreducible and mid irreducible elements for S90, D. S90 is not Boolean algebra, but it is a lattice. So in S90 you have the elements are 1, 2. Here you can start with the opposite elements 90, 45, then divide by 3, so 30, then it is not divisible by 4, 5. So if we divide by 5, we got here 18, then 6. So divide by 6, you have 15, then you can divide by 9, so 10. Okay, so these are the elements. Now draw the hash diagram of S90. So hash diagram of S90. So here we have 1, then 2, 2, 3, 5. Then to have a cover, 2 has a cover, sorry, 6, 6, then sorry, here we have 4 elements, not only 3 elements. 6, then 2 divides 10, so then 10, 3 has a 3 has cover 6 and 9 and 15. 5 have a cover 10 and 9, sorry, 10 and 15. Then 6 have cover 30 and 18 and 13. 10 has a cover 30 only. 9 has a cover 18 and 45. 15 has a cover 30 and 45. And these three have a cover 90. So we have the hash diagram is we got this type of the hash diagram. किसी का हो गया कि नहीं हैश डायग्राम मिला कि नहीं अंजलि नीलेश अजीज okay Anjali have write the answer yes so join irreducible elements are so we have the one line coming from the downward side it is a 2, 3, 5, then here 15 also. Okay, sorry, not 15, mistake here, not 15 because 3 has a cover 15. Uh, 3 has a cover 15, okay, sorry. So 15 is not there. Then we have here at 6 we have 2, here also 2, but at 9 we have only 1. So 9 is also. Then at 18 we have 2 lines coming from downside, 30 we have 3 lines coming from downside, at 45 also 3 lines, sorry 2 lines. So we have join irreducible elements are 2, 3, 5 and 9. Okay, these are the join irreducible elements. Then atoms are, so from this 4, 2, 3 and 5 have are cover of 1. So these are the atoms. Then meet irreducible element. So see here at 18 we have only one line coming from upside, 30 one line, 45 one line, 6 we have two lines coming, at 10 we have only one line, at 9 we have two lines, at 15 again two lines, similar way 2, 3 and 5 two lines. So one line coming from upside, the elements are 10, 18, 30 and 45. From these four elements we have anti-atoms are 18, 30 and 45. Okay, because they have cover of is a 90. Okay, 10 has a cover 30, it is not 90. So therefore anti-atom is a 18, 30 and 45. Okay, here see, the mostly in a Boolean algebra, most probably in a Boolean algebra, the join irreducible are the atoms and meet irreducible are anti-atom. Okay, S90 it is not Boolean algebra. Okay, स्क्रीनशॉट लेना हो तो ले लो, नहीं तो फिर now here the next fourth example n comma d. So in a n comma d there is a no I elements. There is no I element because we already talked about this in our last chapter, that n comma d means the n GCD LCM. It is not bounded lattice. Okay, n GCD LCM is not Okay, so it is not bounded lattice, therefore I element is not exist, therefore it is a not bounded lattice, so we cannot get this irreducible elements and all this. Okay, we can find it for bounded lattice. Okay. What about the fifth one? फिफ्थ वाले का हैश डायग्राम बना दो. इट इज द सेम एज S30. हैश डायग्राम बनाने की जरूरत नहीं, डायरेक्टली आप आंसर बोल सकते हो. क्या आएगा फिफ्थ में आंसर? हैश डायग्राम जैसा S30 का है वैसा ही आएगा उसका भी, फिफ्थ में भी. So answer is a join irreducible elements are, they are the singletons 1, singleton 2, singleton 3, and these are the same as atom. Then meet irreducible elements, double term 1 comma 2, double term 1 comma 3, and double term 1 3 2 comma 3, and these are the same as anti-atom. Okay, for the example number 5. Okay, so join irreducible means element A cannot be expressed as a LUB of two different elements. It is called join irreducible. In a hash diagram, you can say that the only one line coming from the downside, that element is called join irreducible. Atom, a join irreducible element has cover zero element, are cover, the join irreducible element is a cover of zero element, then it is called atom. Meet irreducible means any element A cannot be expressed as a GLB of two different elements. In a hash diagram, the line coming from upside, it is only one. At the point, if line coming from upside, it is only one, then that point is called, that element is called mid irreducible. Anti-atom means mid irreducible element has a cover zero, I element has cover I element, then it is called anti-atom. Okay, done. See, एग्जाम में MCQ आ सकता है, that write the S105 comma GCD comma LCM. Write the atoms. Which of the following is a not atom of S105 GCD comma LCM? The A A 3, B 5, C 15, D 7. So what is the answer? Which of the following is not a atom of S105, comma LCM, comma GCD, comma LCM? A is a 3, B 5, C 15, D 7. So what is the answer? Yes. आंसर क्या होगा? C 15. Because 105 has a prime factors. 105 has a prime factor 3, 5, 7. 3 into 5 into 7. So the atoms are 3, 5, and 7. Okay. So you can verify by the prime factors also.